Hi everyone, my name's Terry Ann Nikitas, and I've been a tarot reader since 12 years old, so that's a long time. Also, most of you know me as a senior breakthrough instructor and a body talk practitioner. Lovely Debbie Quigley said it would be a great idea to put these readings on video, so decided to do it. I started off with a little reading for September for Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia, so you could read some of that energy. Since I was redoing it, I decided, well, let's get a little additional information for fall before you go into. We're just about to come into fall, and what you need to do, take care of, and what's going to happen before the winter. So, just looking at the reading over here, and it shows that there's a little bit of need to reserve energy. So this would also mean money might have needed to be reserved as well, but also physically. So I'd already mentioned for fall that the health of you guys in Saskatchewan could be compromised if you do too much. So it's showing that that's moving out of the reading in the present. So as September's moving, we're seeing that it's gonna change up a bit, though. Any type of new tasks that you keep taking on, you've got to be really careful to reserve some energy. Now, in this period, you're going to have a lot of fulfillment. So let's say by the end of October and into November, most of the tasks, projects, things that you've come to or come to fruition, they will be realized, which is lovely. Now, most of this lies in two areas, and one is financial, so that would have to do with career. If you were going to get a job, that would happen, or if you're expanding, moving up, this is a great time. And emotionally, there's going to be a lot of clarification. Also, when you come to this fulfillment, that also means a new cycle begins. So if we're just looking at fall, by the time you get to the end of fall, you're going to start seeing that winter will entail a renewal. So we know that winter doesn't really have renewal. We got to go into hibernation. So during that period of hibernation, I'm already going into the winter season, but just to know that from now we're already seeing that there would be this this renewal happening during the winter. So there is a lot of stability, but a little bit too much use of energy and strength. So if you've read the little reading for just September, the strength card came up. So that keeps indicating that yes, there is a lot of strength, but always be cautious of its counterpart, where you could lose your energy. So it's just, here's a reserve, but you don't want to use it right to the nth degree. You want to keep some of that. All right, so now I'm just going to move on to Alberta, and Alberta did have the Queen of Cups, which means tons of self-fulfillment. The heart's open, everything's pouring out, but the counterpart would be you need to make sure that that love, that energy remains, well, no, not in this case remains, but is turned inward as well. So we're going to look at the whole fall season. So we've got this one of the cards coming up again, which is that heart that is filled, that is very fulfilled. But the Albertan energy can be very fiery, meaning that energy coming from who you think you are, which is the second chakra, that energy, that creativity, of passion, can burn a little too much. So that comes from the second chakra. So when that energy moves up, that too much fire, it starts to boil the water that is in the heart, and it'll begin to evaporate. So it's always making sure that there's a balance between the fiery energy of wanting to create, wanting to keep moving, and quite literally burning yourself out and losing um, the very, very subtle energy that comes from all of your emotions, right? Being in tune with those emotions, taking care of them. This also means that the mind um, needs to sometimes stay to the side, right? So when the mind interferes too much, a really practical exercise is that we look at the mind, thank it for what it does. It's always going to do its thing. It likes to analyze and look at everything and tell us what to do, and just say thank you and be able to continue that connection with the heart. So that's pretty critical for all of the months. And if you're not doing that, you'll notice a slowing down in your energy and wondering, why am I getting so stressed? So it is, as you get to November, you could feel that energy of burning out if you haven't paid attention to your emotional world and what the heart wants. And for British Columbia, we had the Magician, which is a wonderful card letting us know that, we can go into, and in this case for all of you in British Columbia, that using Mindscape tools is a wonderful thing to help manifestation, to see the problems that you have or what you need to work through. So that can be very interesting to work with during this time. And we'll see what else is going on for fall. All right, so you got some lovely cards that show some balance between fire, balance between water, that's emotions and creativity, and fire can get out of control, as we already mentioned for Alberta. But you've got all four elements coming in except the mind card, and that ends up coagulating with the sacrifice card. So sacrifice is all about giving up yourself to something. So when it comes up, the simplest thing to say is, well, sacrifice the need to sacrifice. So if you don't, there's going to be, which is really interesting, the hermit mode comes in. Sorry, I've got it the wrong way. So here's the sacrifice. Very difficult to do this in the camera. So sacrifice means giving up too much, and then you would have to go inside. It'd be nice if you kept, going inside into the hermit, finding that space to isolate from all of the external input or the input of the mind, and be able to sit back and go, all right, before I get too extreme, before I go too far, I can go inside myself and take that time. And of course, as I'm saying that, I'm hearing, well, wait a minute, I don't have the time. So that's consideration, is when is it actually true that you don't have time? Or is this the perception of your mind that constantly pushes you? So it's really a time to gain mastery over the idea that the mind is controlling you, or that you even think that you're the mind. So it's a very, very important period, so that, we're looking at a little bit of prevention here of any financial losses, any energetic losses, and difficulty between family members. So when you find that space, you can actually take a higher view and look from a different perspective. All right, so that's what we've got for the fall season. If anyone wants a tarot reading for their province, their state, their country, you can sign up at my website, leurbanretreat.com, and bug me a bit, get a few people together, a bunch of people together, and let me know where you would like the reading done, and I will do that. So take care, and thank you. I'll be there for Breakthrough. I'll be in Saskatchewan for Breakthrough the weekend of the 25th, in case you're interested in coming to the free talk on the Friday of that weekend, or taking the course. Thank you. Bye.